Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently working on finishing out some of our cores here. That absolutely needs to happen, and what we really need to happen as well is to get our diplomatic power under control. So that'll be a very good thing to have happen. I do want to go to our other vassals, and I want to improve relations here and here. So we're going to get those going, and that'll be absolutely fine. We'll get that underway, but we need to get these annexations finished up. And we need to chill for a while, but I'm kind of eyeing up Fazan down here. I kind of want it. That'll clean up a lot of the border core that's over here. Not all of it, by any means, but a decent chunk of it. So we do have these Lucan separatists. They will spawn eventually, and we can invest in a quality idea, or rather a quantity idea. And I think we should do this. So we're going to grab that. That seems phenomenal, but we're probably going to need to wait now. We're 6 years ahead of time, and we're expecting to get this in 9. It's going to be a little faster than that, but yeah, we should definitely let that go. So that seems good for now. We'll just proceed forward. We're chilling in this coalition. So this coalition is, not great, and I think we need to continue to chill for a little while here and get our economy a bit more under control. That'll be absolutely phenomenal. So our truce with Castile has ended. Okay. I don't really care about that, exactly. But we do want to get these cores done. Ah, there's those Lucans revolting. That's great. Let's get that completed. There we go. We can just sit here, right? Yeah, supply limit is fine. So we'll get these guys drilling. That seems good. An incompetent administrator losing us half a point of corruption. Not ideal. That's going to mean that we're rooting out corruption here, and we're going to be spending a lot of money on that. So we probably don't want to root out corruption at this speed. Honestly, this is fine. Yeah, let's just not root out corruption at all right now. Royal marriage offer from our vassal. We'll accept that. That seems great. And our vassal over here is going to be annexed currently in August of 1621 at the current rate. Okay. So that's absolutely noted. I do want to get this core done. How much are we getting per month? 7? Okay, let's do this one first. We're only 3 admin power away. So that'll be on this next month tick. There's that base tax in Malta. Cool. So we converted the heretics of Judea. Pula is threatening our trade. No shockers with any of that, to be honest. We'll just continue working on conversions for now. And we need to build up admin power, get this cord, Sunni zealots down over here. Do they have that? That's close. They had it. Okay, good. They had no leadership here. Although now they have a 2-star general. Okay. I was concerned about them for a moment there. So at this point, we can grab a dip tech, and that's, of course, huge. We absolutely want that. That'll give us 2% trade efficiency, and we really want to get caught up in diplomatic technology. Now the question is, how long until the next one? And Tlemcen entered a military coalition against us. No shockers there. That's these guys out over here. So that's okay. And at this point, yeah, we expect to have this in 1625. So that's rough. No, the rabbis can lose loyalty. I don't want to lose admin power right now because we need to get this core completed as soon as we can, and we're going to need to have this tech in, 5 years? And we're currently, 9 years away from that, too. So we definitely need to save up some admin power. That's for sure. So we need to get our power caught up here. That's absolutely stuff that needs to happen. We can maybe get some provincial improvements building. The religion in Medina changed to Catholic due to the influence of the HRE. Okay. That's awkward. But I'm sure it's fine. I think they were Muslim before, so it's okay. So we're going to grab that core, and now if we check in here, September of 26, but actually now it's October of 26. Okay. This just dropped down 4 years. Local tax modifier, trade power, or manpower. Where is this? This is in Lika? I don't think we're doing significant trade there. So, yeah, it's mostly production. We're going to tax it, but it's not going to be ideal. It'll be a small income increase. That's okay. Now, we do currently have loans, and we should probably work towards paying these off, in all honesty. When are these going to come due? Yeah, we should work on paying these off. We can't afford to pay any off right now, but we're very close to paying one. So that'll be a good thing. We should absolutely do that. Our corruption is going down nicely. So that looks good. Corsica? Yeah, we'll pull back. What do we have here? 193? Do we want to start annexing this? Because that'll cost us a lot of dip power. Once we finish this annexation, we're going to be in a position where we can't make any annexation progress. Because we're going to be at -3 diplomatic reputation. So that's absolutely something to think about there. But we can probably repay a loan, and we should absolutely do that right now. So we'll get that done. And our next loan should be repayable, I think, before we finish up the term of that loan. So that'll be absolutely fantastic to get fully out of debt. We're making a decent chunk of money right now. We'd like to be making more, but this will definitely do. So for the time being, I think we absolutely just continue to chill. Mecca and Medina both having generic _rebels _demand _description. Very nice. I like it. Okay. Amon's opinion of us went up by 25 because our emperor made a faux pas. Sure. I'm just wondering about timing. 7.7, 12.8, 92.5. This is probably irrelevant. I doubt any of that will actually happen anytime soon. So that sounds good. And we'll get this last debt repaid fairly soon. We're making 30 ducats per month, so that's definitely going quickly. Let's go ahead and get Tripoli converting. Excellent. Our truce with Maghreb is over. They could theoretically join the coalition against us. They're actually not all that upset. Well, they're very upset, but that's because they rivaled us. They're not upset about our aggressive expansion. So that's understood. Mazab is going to be integrated here fairly soon. That's 80% done right now. Going to be done July of 1621, so about 2 years away. Understood. We need to check in on our military situation here. We're pretty far behind our military on admin. That's noted. We are earning more admin than military, but only by 1. So it will eventually get caught up. Eventually. How long until we get this next dip tech? Well, that's going to be in 26. That's so far away. That is so far away. Luckily, we'll be in a better position here soon. Oh, a free stability. Yes. We're going to take a free stability. That's fantastic. So that's really, really good for us. At this point, our corruption is going down by 0.11 per year. It'll be gone by the time we're ready for these technologies, for sure. So that's really good. We're still 3 years ahead of time on the admin tech. So we do still have time, although that's about to go down to 2 years. So that's absolutely noted. We're going to be able to repay this loan very soon. When is the due date on it? 10 July? Perfect. So we're not going to have that loan renew. And we'll get that repaid right now. There we go. No more debt. We are now officially debt-free. I like it. Freedom of the press, huh? Lose in innovativeness or gain a national unrest for 10 years? What is our national unrest? It's probably not a big deal, is it? No, it's just a piece of paper. So minus 3.55, and this is now going to be in 6.8 years, 11.4 years, and 64.1 years. Okay. Yeah, I'm not terribly concerned about that. We do have a little bit of provincial unrest. Mecca and Medina are the locations. So if we look at Medina here, honestly, that just needs to be converted. And if we look at Mecca, same situation here. It just needs to be converted. We're going to have a hard time converting Mecca, of course, but that would be the ideal scenario. So what do we got here? A base tax in Ajlan moving to Jerusalem? That's probably fine. No major issue there. In fact, that's probably a good thing. And Kana entered into a military coalition against us. Cool. So at this point, we need to figure out what we want to spend our money on, and it's probably going to be manufactories. I want to check in on the status of manufactory spawning. That's going to be in 30 years, and it looks like we are absolutely valid to spawn in our territory. That'd be great. We'd be delighted if it spawned in our territory. That would be phenomenal. So at this point, we could go for another... Oh, what do we got here? 2 corruption for 2 base production in Mecca. Honestly, I'm going to take that. 2 base production is really good, and our corruption is naturally going down. So that seems fine. I'm not terribly concerned about that. So we're 2 years ahead of time now here, and we can see that our admin tech is going to be available in 5 years. So it's going to be a little faster than that, but not much, to be honest. We can seize land, and I want to do so. There we go. We could do a sale of titles. I don't want to do that. So that seems fine for the moment. Catalonia was building a spy network. Hilarious. And we're just going to keep chilling here for a little bit. Okay, -2 unrest for all Hijazi provinces. Does that include Mecca and Medina? It does. So that's a very good thing for us. No doubt about that. We've still got unrest there, and it's still probably going to rebel eventually, but for now, looks good. When are we going to be done with this annexation? That is December of 1621. That's only a year away. Okay, so that looks good. If we wanted to start annexing down here, we could. But I think it's a bad idea to do so right now. I think we should wait. Because we're going to want to get a lot more diplomatic power. That's for sure. Catalonia left the coalition against us. It's January, so presumably that's because they no longer have the aggressive expansion. We gained 25,000 manpower. Okay. That's cool, I guess. So now we need to check in here and see that we are only 1 year ahead of time. We're going to have the mill tech to do this on time. So that looks good. We are not going to have the admin power to do this on time. That's absolutely a guarantee. So that's sad. We can set an agenda here, and let's see what we've got. All provinces in the Apulia area would have to be owned by us. We'd get 50 admin power, but I don't think that's worth it. Have at least 4,318.7 ducats and no loans. I don't think we do that. That's a lot of ducats to have on hand. But this, that's not really great either. I guess we'll do the proposal of the merchants and we'll just save up. And then we'll spend the money once this is all a thing. I mean, we will get there. So there's that. We could do a sale of titles. That would get us about half of the ducats. But I just don't want to spend power right now, is the thing. I really don't want to spend power. So we're going to, on the month tick, we're going to grab our mill tech, which will allow us to upgrade our cannon. This is also going to give us new combat width and improved flanking range. So that's absolutely understood. I think we should go up to 8 cavalry then in our armies. Most likely. What's our current combat width? Our combat width is 30. We're already below our combat width by 1. Interesting. But for right now, we should just chill. No recruitment. Mazab has been integrated at this time. These guys do not have any cannon. Okay. We can use these, though. For the moment, I'm going to leave them be. Well, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these 3 infantry out, and we're going to take them up over this direction. Well, they're going to need to regen, so that's okay. We can make a state out over this direction, which we should do. There we go. And we can invest in this tech, but we shouldn't do it until the month tick. So right now. Now we can grab our leather cannon. There we go. That'll allow us to upgrade our cannon type. So we're on the chambered demi-cannon right now. We're going to go to the leather cannon. That'll do, and we'll get these guys then moving. So I want our unit of 3 infantry to move up over here. And I want this unit of 2 cavalry and 2 infantry to move up over here. Although we only need 1 infantry, don't we? Yeah, we do. So let's move these guys here, these guys here. Ooh, an innovativeness. Okay. And that was a cavalry unit that moved? Really? Interesting. Okay, so I want these guys going here, and I want these with the cavalry coming up over here. We're just going to distribute these around to our army, so we can have 1 extra infantry and 2 extra cavalry in our army, like this. So that means that this unit of infantry is not necessary, but these units are. We can deliver them up over here. And that'll save us some recruitment cost. So that's neat. And then we can split this off here and split this off up over here. And then this unit is going to come down over to here. There we go. So that looks good. We'll get these grouped together here and here. We're still going to need to recruit the cavalry, but this will do for now. So they'll be arriving over here with that extra unit of infantry. There we go. And we'll get them grouped in. Perfect. Looks good. So now the question is, when are we going to get this admin tech? And the answer is 2.5 years. That's a while. Okay. That's a long while. I'm going to pull back this diplomat. Now, we're currently gaining 7 diplomatic power per month, and we absolutely need to be working on our diplomatic and our administrative power. So that is something that we need to do. We can start annexing this. That would be 157 diplomatic power. But that will also generate us more power per month, because we're currently 2 over our diplomatic relation limit. And I want to start working on that. So we're going to get that done as soon as we can. We'll get going on that, and the progress is only going to be, I think, no progress right now. That's fine. I'm completely content with that. So up over here, we can only improve this by 2. We can't royal marry them. We could send them money. I would rather not. I think we're just going to wait for the moment. Their opinion of us will improve over time. So this annexation is not actually eating up any diplomatic power because our diplomatic reputation is too low at this moment. That's fine. We just finished this annexation. That's absolutely perfect. So no issue there. We're at +7, +7, and +6. I'd like it if our ruler would, die. That would be neat. We could abdicate, but I don't think we would like to. Would this cause an issue with the HRE? It probably would, wouldn't it? Oh, it definitely would. Even our allies aren't currently supporting us. We should do something about that. Let's start improving relations with Alexandria, and we should also start improving relations with Thais, who is these guys down here. They're an elector, remarkably. Okay, let's improve relations over there. So we'll get going on all of that, and hopefully we'll get them to start voting for us again. I'm surprised that our allies aren't voting for us. I'm guessing this is due to our aggressive expansion. They're probably just very upset right now. So if we look at Alexandria, we can see 32 aggressive expansion, annexed a member of the HRE, -23. So yeah, we definitely need to work that up a little bit. So that seems okay. A merchant is bankrupt, and we could save him, and I don't want to spend that dip power. I'm going to say he can't make it. He just could not make it. So that looks fine for now, and we'll just continue to work on the HRE for the moment. We definitely need to continue to chill here. I think there's no doubt about that. So we're up to over 1,000 ducats at this point, and we're just trying to get up to 4,226. Oh, we just had a couple leave the military coalition. That's good. I'm thinking we may want to do a sale of titles. This would bring us down to 33% crownland. That's probably okay. So we'll do that, and we can convert a province, which we should definitely be working on. So we're now much closer to this amount. We could get there with corruption, but what would be the point of that? So 4252 is the current amount that we need. Okay, so we're going to need like 1,700 more. That's quite a lot. How much would we get from a corruption? 594. So we'd have to do this like 3 times. That's definitely not worth it. That said, we aren't paying to root out corruption. But this does increase power costs. So that's probably not great. We'll probably just continue to save up for right now. That'll be okay for now. So I would certainly like to get this finished. That's going to drop our construction cost and construction time. Oh, hang on. Okay. Our ruler died, which means that we are no longer the emperor. Because we didn't get these converted over in time. So far as the current emperor, we're not even an elector at this time. So that's understood. That's, you know, not great. Fars is the current emperor, and that's understood. Awkward timing on that was awkward, but at least now Alexandria and Anatoklion are voting for us again. But I'm noticing, yeah, our income is down, but it's still positive. Our manpower is still pretty decent. We're still number 7 in the Great Powers, even without that. So that's definitely very interesting. But with that income down, that means that in order to reach this number, we basically have to debase currency. I don't want to. But there we go. That's now completed, and we can just start working on bringing that back down. So that's fine for now. We're going to need to get this admin tech. That will be soon. Eventually, anyway. And we're now annexing over here. So that is using 1 diplomatic power per month. That's not a big deal. Okay. So we're not the emperor, but we're still fine, to be honest. Like, what's Fars gonna do? They're not very powerful, to be honest. So that seems okay. Ancana is claiming Lucania. That's okay for now. And we've still got our allies, too. So that seems great. Now, we do want to bring this up, but our force limit... our force limit is heavily dropped. Gotcha. So we don't really want to expand our armies then, but we do, though. We need to get up to the combat with. So we're going to do it. It's just money. And I think we should probably start thinking about attacking Fazan. Sirah left the military coalition against us, so that's neat. Transylvanian Alps left it. Ooh, gaining 100 admin power. Yes, please. So that allows us to get this admin tech sooner, which is a big deal. 20% corruption efficiency, or production efficiency, rather, and minus 0.05 yearly corruption. That's huge for us right now. So that puts us at 5.87. That did not change much for the 20% production efficiency. Yeah, that really didn't. Our army organizer just died, and we probably can't afford to replace him with something strong. We could go with land maintenance modifier reduction. That's probably good here. He's only a +1 advisor, but he's cheap. So there's that. What's our finances like now? Okay, we can lose some ducats here. 3.21. Okay, yeah. So we definitely need to do something about our economic situation now that we're no longer the emperor. And what we want to do, of course, is we want to be the emperor. Out of curiosity, hypothetically, if we attacked the emperor... Interesting. Obviously, we don't have a CB for this. But if we did this... we could win that. That's very interesting. What empire options do we have? Nothing really. So the imperial authority is negative right now. We can add 16 provinces to the HRE, apparently. We could also leave the HRE. But I don't know that we want to do that. I think that we want to just keep in the HRE and bring it back. So currently 2 electors are going to be voting for us, and Thais is also potentially going to be voting for us. Who all is the electors right now? Okay, they made Isfahan an elector. Fair enough. We should have made an elector ourselves, but Medina is an elector. They're very angry. Fars is an elector. Obviously, they're going to support themselves. As of right now, though, we would actually be elected. So there's that. For the moment, I don't care. We can not be the emperor for a little bit. That's okay. So we can do a little bit of investment over here, building a bunch of manufactories. Literally every manufactory we can build. And that seems fine. So we don't have any workshops we can build or any synagogues that we can build. So this seems okay. I'm quite pleased with this right now. These guys should be drilling, though. We need a new leader over here. So we'll put in a general there. That's a pretty crappy general. A claim. Huh? On Medina? Sure, we'll take it. That'll be fine. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're probably going to be exiting our chill period here pretty soon and looking to expand again, because I really, really do want to expand again soon. The main issue is Greece, and if we expanded down in this area, we might be able to avoid that, or up over here, perhaps. That's kind of closer than this, but we'll see. We'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Aurelio, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.